49 అంటే సంతానం, 49 అంటే సంతోషం.
హాయ్ హలో వెల్కమ్ టు iDream. నేను మీ ఖతర్నాక్ కావ్య. సో సంక్రాంతి అంటే మన మూవీ లవర్స్ అందరికీ చాలా చాలా స్పెషల్. ఎందుకంటే మూవీస్ అన్నీ రిలీజ్ అవ్వబోతాయి, దట్ టు స్పెషల్ ఫిలిమ్స్. ఆ టైంలో రిలీజ్ అయ్యే సినిమాలన్నీ వాటిని చూసిన తర్వాత మనము కంప్లీట్ సంక్రాంతి సెలబ్రేట్ చేసుకుంటాం. సో మరి అలాంటి సంక్రాంతి టైంలో మనందరికీ ఇష్టమైన మన బాలీబాబు గారి సినిమా వచ్చేస్తుంది, వీర సింహారెడ్డి. సో జనవరి 12న రిలీజ్ కాబోతుంది. ఆ సినిమాకి సంబంధించిన ఏ అప్డేట్ వచ్చినా అలా అలా చిన్న చిన్న పండుగలు చేసుకుంటూనే ఉన్నాం. సో ఇంకా అస్సలు ఆలస్యం చేయకుండా ఒక బ్యూటిఫుల్ గర్ల్ని మీకు పరిచయం చేయబోతున్నాను. ఆల్రెడీ మన అందరికీ తెలుసు, ఎందుకంటే ఆ పాట ట్రెండింగ్లో ఉంది. మా బావ మనోభావాలు దెబ్బతింటున్నాయి అంటే మనం ఇప్పుడు పాడే బదులు తనతోనే పాడిద్దాము. ఎందుకంటే తను ఆల్రెడీ లిప్ సింగ్ చేసింది, ఆ సాంగ్కి డాన్స్ చేసింది, ఇప్పుడు మన ముందుంది. షీఈస్ నన్ అదర్ దెన్ బ్యూటిఫుల్ చంద్రికా రవి.
Thank you so much for that lovely welcome.
Yeah, happy Sankranti in advance.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you. So how are you? How are you celebrating the song?
Honestly, it's still like, I don't think it's set in yet. I think maybe because I also live somewhere else, and I'm getting the reception from obviously online and being here now, it still feels like a dream. I'm still like a small town Australian girl that was born in Australia and had a dream to do Indian films and do it in this way. I've always wanted to do it this way. So it really feels like a dream. It's still like I landed this morning. I'm not tired. It's like I'm just floating through it.
Are you enjoying?
Of course. I think that's why I'm floating through it.
How is Hyderabad?
I love Hyderabad. This is my third time, but this is actually the first time where I'm actually seeing things, because when we shot, I went straight to Film City, shot for 5 days and I left immediately. And before that, I was like 12 or 13 when I came, so I can't remember anything. So now to actually see this side of India properly, driving around, like normally I'm on my phone doing work, but this every drive here, there, I'm like watching everything.
Okay.
And the people are beautiful. The people are so nice and welcoming.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Half of them.
It's lovely. It's lovely being here.
Okay. So Chandrika, you are from Australia and your name is like Paka Telugu girl. So what's the thing?
So my father is Malayali, my mother is Tamil.
Acha.
They were both born in Singapore, and my grandmother knew Sanskrit. And so my guru and her came up with the name Chandrika. So I'm also proud that it's a Paka South Indian name. Like yes. Even in the West, when they're like, "What's your name? Is it Chandrika?" I'm like, "No, it's Chandrika. You have to say it properly. It's Chandrika Ravi." That's something I've also fought for a long time, because I didn't want to just be this like westernized actress. I wanted to show that I'm a mix of both East and West.
Okay. So have you learned Telugu?
I'm learning. I'm learning that I'm picking up a lot more because I've been watching a lot more films. That's how I learned, an American accent. That's how I learned Malayalam from my grandparents and watching movies and stuff. I'm definitely picking up a lot more. I'm actually understanding a lot more than I thought I would. But there's that fear that I might answer the wrong thing or something. So I'm always like, wait, can you say
You are able to understand Telugu?
A bit. Yeah, a bit. This is my second Telugu film, but I wanted to make sure I wasn't just an actress that was just doing a song or a film in a language that I didn't understand and go and see it later. That's it. I want to be a part of it, because it's the way I respect someone's culture also. And like with Tamil films, I can read and write. Malayalam, I understand. Hindi, I'm learning. I want to make sure I'm a part of it, because it's mutual respect for your language also.
Balakrishna garu is more particular about Telugu language.
Yes.
He speaks only Telugu. He's like adbhutam. We
Yes.
say like it's a
Yes.
miracle, and he's a powerhouse.
He literally is the god of masses.
Yeah. So how it was working with him, and you have done a great song. So how is the experience?
I mean, going into it, obviously, I knew the level of greatness of Sir, and I knew obviously the level of greatness of Maitri movie makers and Gopi Chandra and everything. I knew the level that I was walking into, but I think, again, being this small town girl that's still in LA, like I see movies and stuff there, but it's a different thing being an Indian person. Indian films are very different to us. It's literally a part of our culture. So going into it, I knew what I was doing was very great. I knew that I was very lucky to be there, but I didn't anticipate this. I didn't anticipate this much love and respect, because I am sharing space with Sir. That's a big deal. And not just sharing space with him, dancing with him on a level that no one has done, before. So I'm so grateful for the opportunity, and I'm also grateful that Sir didn't make it a very like he's a great person and I can't come close to him or anything. You know, we shared a lot of time away from the camera. There was days he would bring his iPad and he would show me his father's films, show me his films.
That's
He'd
great.
show me newspaper articles of his, you know, his institutions, and told me about his family and stuff. And there was no, he didn't make me feel small or like an outsider or someone that was way junior than Sir. You know, there was nothing of that. And even on the last day, he came all the way to me to say bye, and gave me a hug and left. And everyone was like, Chandrika, I don't think you understand. He respects you as a person, you know, and not everyone can also get that. I always say that I think I've done something good in my life to have done something like this. But those memories with Sir, I'm going to cherish for the rest of my life, because I grew up watching Sir and his father's films. You know, and my dad always talks about how he loved Sir's father's films because my dad loved mythological movies. So it's like a pinch me moment, like, wow, you know, like you did this.
Okay. How you felt after listening to all the history of Balakrishna garu?
I think if as immersed as I have been in films internationally my whole life, you know, I've studied acting, I've done diplomas, this, that, or whatever. So I've learned about films from a very young age in Western and Indian cinema. But the love that we have as Indians for cinema is very different from the rest of the world. So the experience of performing with someone, and it's, for me, it was more than just doing a film, because as a trained dancer and actress, I was able to perform what I love doing with someone who has loved what he's doing for, you know, eternity, it seems like, and is going to continue to perform in this level and be loved for years to come. That is like, in itself, for me, I've done, you know, this is my 5th film, but for me, this is the launch pad. This is where people will recognize me as an artist. They can say, oh, she can dance, she can act, she can carry screen space next to someone who is that great.
Okay. So you have shared the screen with another like beautiful girl, Honey Rose. So how it was working with her? Because when you signed this project, like you are performing for this song, do you know you are going to share the screen with one more performer?
Actually, I didn't know, and it was actually nice because she's a Malayali as well. So I love hearing people speak Malayalam because it reminds me of my grandparents. And, you know, we also have 2 different roles in the film. We have 2 different roles in the song. You know, the song is me telling Sir about my love history. So it was never like, you know, a lot of people have asked, like, did you feel a certain type of way, you know? I'm a very much a woman's woman in everything I do. You know, even me doing these kind of roles, it's to show that South Indian women can do these roles. We don't have to outsource and bring people from elsewhere. You know, South Indian women can carry screen space with great actors like Sir and be an item song dancer, but also act in a film and carry heroine role, that kind of thing. So for me, it was like the more the merrier. If we both can share space and dance alongside Sir, that's great for all of us, you know. It's a great all-around project.
So what is the situation behind that song?
It's basically me telling Sir my love history and complaining about my love history, and basically talking about how I don't want to wear a churida and I just want to do my own thing, basically, which sounds a lot like me in real life. And they happen to, you know, stumble into my little village area. So it's a little like, you know, happy moment in the film, a little break from the story.
Do you have any related lyrics?
Honestly, the whole idea of her is very much me. I'm passionate about everything I do, whether it's cooking or sleeping, anything I do, I have to do it at 110%. And she embodies me. The sensuality she oozes, the way she's just, you know, it's very effortless what the character I was playing, and that's very much me in real life. I'm very much that person. I feel like sexuality, sensuality, confidence, these are things you can get, but it's very hard to have it naturally. You know, I can wear a baggy t-shirt but still feel the same thing. It's inside, it's an inside thing.
Okay. I have seen all your Instagram pictures.
Thank you.
I came to know that you are most person who values the traditions of Indian culture, and you are a very big lover of your father and mom.
Yes.
And you have a sister, I guess.
Yes, a younger sister.
Yeah. So tell us about your family.
I wouldn't be here today, literally and figuratively, without my mom and dad. I was born in Australia, and my parents knew from a young age I wanted to do this. They put me into it, but I would go around telling people at the age of 3, I would stand on tables and say, my name is Chandrika Ravi, I'm going to be famous, the world is going to know me. But my parents made sure that I was trained in everything that I said I wanted to do. They didn't want me to walk into a audition and someone say, you're not good enough, you're not trained enough, you don't know what you're doing. You know, where that's why I'm able to do this kind of a performance, because it's my 30 years of training in dancing and acting that I was able to, you know, carry screen space with someone like Balia sir. So I always say everything I am today is because of my parents. My parents moved to a different country as immigrants. My grandparents moved from India as immigrants. They left everything they had to give me the opportunity to be able to chase whatever it is that I wanted to do. And now chasing this in not just India, but I'm also doing a lot of things in the West as the first South Indian girl, not just in South Indian, but first Indian girl to do a lot of the roles that I'm going for, a lot of the shows that I'm doing. I'm writing and producing my own shows. No one's done it. And it's because my parents from a young age instilled in me that you have to know your culture. You have to know what you come from, where
They
you
taught you
come
all
from.
the
They taught me everything. You know, I can recite every mantra you need me to say. Like, I pray every morning for an hour. I go to temple every Sunday, even in LA. It's me. You know, I always say I'm an Australian Indian girl. I can wear a bikini one day, but I can wear a pattu sari the next day,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'll be the same person. It doesn't make me any less of a human being. And that's very important because my parents knew that I wanted to be that example for other girls. I'm not the only person that grew up like this. There's a lot of girls being born now in Western societies that find it hard to balance. They find it very hard to also keep up their traditions. And I want to be a perfect example to show I was born in a completely Western country, but I still kept my essence. I can wear this and I can wear something else and I'll still be the same person at heart.
That's what I'm about to ask you. Like in this profession, you need to wear the costumes which are related to your, when you perform an item song or special song, you have to wear like Western wears. But in your thoughts, you have all the Indian culture. But by seeing your looks, people will judge you.
100%.
So how you'll take that and how you'll handle that situation?
I've been judged obviously my whole life. You know, I've been modeling and acting and dancing since I was 3. And in a Western world, so naturally, you know, I'm Miss World. I have to wear a bikini. When you're doing ballet, you're wearing a leotard. I was brought up with that. It's because my parents didn't make me feel like I was doing something wrong. At the end of the day, they wanted me to also do it in front of them. They didn't want me to go behind their backs and, like, you know, change my clothes after I walked out of the house or something. And I was judged a lot for it until I had reached a certain level of fame. Then I think people realized, oh, she's actually very Indian. She's actually very this, she's very that. But my parents already told me from the young age, all you need is your parents' support. If you are doing things that you're not going to upset your family or anything, it doesn't matter what anyone says. People will eventually understand what you're trying to do. And that's why I think also with, you know, a lot of the interviews that Gopi Chand sir and Ravi sir has talked about, they've said, you know, no one could have done the role justice because there's a thin line that you can pass when you're doing something sexual or sensual. It becomes vulgar or it looks put on, it looks fake. So I think being one of the few South girls that can do this in an item song level without it looking vulgar, I hope that people can change their ideas and thoughts on it and change the judgment they might pass, because at least I'm a strong woman. There's not a lot of women that are strong, you know. And if we continue to put our girls in a small box, they'll continue to stay in that box. They're not going to be able to explore or live life the way they want to live, you know.
So nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell us about the production house, Maitri Movie Makers. They have done all the big movies.
Biggest ones.
Every movie is like blockbusters. Recent Tupena is also like
Yes.
people are never
2 big
going
ones
to
on the
forget
same day
film.
coming on.
Yeah. So have you watched the films of Maitri Movie Makers?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, being someone that has watched films and, you know, paid attention to things, I've always paid attention to production houses, directors, things like that. You know, like for my first Tamil film that came out, my Telugu film was under the same banner, and they are one of the biggest in Tamil cinema, you know. So I've been very vigilant, and, you know, I'm very aware of who, what, how. So to have this, like everything that has happened in this song for me, everything from Maitri Movie Makers to Gopi Chand sir to Balia sir to costuming to makeup to DOP sir, everyone is like the top of the game. So for me to be able to do something with them and show my talent and my hard work and dedication, it's a pat on my back. because it means that I'm recognized by someone of that production house, that level of greatness. You know, they're not just going to put any person in a film like that, you know. So for me, I really have done something good in my life to be here.
Have you faced any language problem, like listening to the scripts or?
Not necessarily. The biggest thing I faced was I wanted to be perfect. I wanted every pronunciation to be perfect because the song is my song. Majority of the song is me. There's close-ups of me and all these things. So I wanted to make sure my pronunciation was 100%. Even though I'm not singing it, you can still tell, you know. And I think that's such a big thing with our cinema as well, because we tend to take a lot of non-South Indians, non-Indians also, who do our films, and I just didn't want to be another one of those people. I wanted to make sure that I was doing it 100%. So actually, after we finished filming in May, normally I'll watch all cinema, Tamil, Hindi, whatever. I've made it a point to watch specifically a lot of Telugu songs, even just watching songs, that's how you pick up. That's how I learned Hindi, you know. So that's actually my biggest thing now. I was telling my parents I would love to get a Telugu tutor, because Telugu cinema is something I've always wanted to get into, but never expected this level. I never thought it was going to come at like this. So I want to continue on this level. So I want to be 100% ready for it with my language as well.
Super. I'm going to make you talk in Telugu. Only
Okay.
one word, okay?
Okay.
Jai Balayya.
Of course, that one I know. I remember the first day, the day after we finished. I finished at like 6 p.m. and I was at the airport by like 9. My flight was 11, and there was a couple of interviews that had come out that week about me, and the people at the airport were like Jai Balia, and at that moment I realized,
By seeing you?
yeah, by seeing me, and that was like, wow, you did it, Chandrika. Like, you did it. Like, you know, as an artist, you think every film of yours is going to be it. You think this is it, this is it, this is it. Because that's why we do it. That's why we do what we love. But I've never felt it like this. I've never felt where, like, a fan base of someone is appreciating me. Oh, this Australian girl has come here and she's done something like this with Balia. So that word alone, you know, so many of my photos, even it's my mother's birthday today. People have wrote like, Jai Balia, Balia fans, wish your mother a happy birthday. Like,
Oh, wow.
to me, that's a huge thing. It's a big thing for me.
Okay. And I have seen few articles comparing you with Silk Smitha. So do you take it as a compliment, or do you have
100%.
any?
I take it as a huge compliment, because
Oh.
what Silk Ma'am did was, before Instagram and social media, she fought lonely by herself, you know. There was no appreciation for what she had actually done, the empowerment of a woman that she had given in that day-old cinema. No one can do it today. Now we have social media, you know, we have voices, we can speak up, we can dress differently, we can do different things. There's also roles available, like item songs and stuff. There weren't those things available at that time. So when people compare me to her, I think it's a great compliment. I actually ask her to guide me a lot. I think compliments like that are not just given. Someone obviously sees something in you about that comparison. And so even when I did the song, I actually asked, I prayed to her, I said, can you please guide me? Because what you did naturally is what I want to do. I want to be the first South Indian girl that can be this person and that person and do a film covered up and also do, and I want to be that person. So I think it's a huge compliment. I would love to one day hopefully do a biopic on her. You know, when they were talking about it the last time, a lot of people were saying that, you know, I'm the only person that looks like her. You know, I'm the only person that can carry off that type of a role. So pray that that happens.
Yeah. Let's talk about the song and the choreography. So how it was, like, I know you are a best dancer.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So how it was working with the Shekhar master
So,
and the team?
you know, in LA, when I'm at home, throughout the day I have YouTube playing and it's just videos, like all songs, whether it's Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, all the songs are playing non-stop. So naturally I've watched a lot of Shekhar Master Sir's songs. So I didn't know that he was actually the choreographer. I literally, when Gopi Chand sir called me, I was like, I'll do it. Whatever it is that y'all want me to do, I'll do it. You want me to jump on a flight now? I'll come. You want me to roll around? I'll do whatever it is that you want me to do, I'll do it. So walking in and seeing Sir, I knew not only did I have to match Sir's expectations of him being a dancer, knowing I'm a dancer, because if I was just an actress, it's one thing, but I'm a trained dancer. So I have to match the performance that he's asking me to give, but also the dances that he had. You know, they are trained under him. So their 50% is my 100%. So I knew I had to go above and beyond to match them. You know, and there were times where Sir would say, no, do it better. I know you can do it better. It's not that, do it this way. And I never thought of it as I'm not good. I thought of it as he knows I can do better. He's pushing me to that level.
He knows your
He
capabilities.
knows my capabilities, you know, and I'm so grateful for that because I've danced my whole life, but I don't dance like this anymore. You know, it's only when I do films. So to have everything I love in one, everything has come into one song like this, and to be trained by him is like incredible.
Yeah. And Gopichand Malini garu. So he's also having blockbusters. Yeah. So tell about him, how it was working with
literally
him.
call him a gift from God for me, you know, because Sir saw me and we spoke. He learnt my story. He's heard about my struggle. He's heard about how hard I've worked there and here, what I'm trying to do. And he believed that. He believed in me. He believed in the difference I was trying to make. And he knew that I could do what I want to do in his vision in doing this. And he's given me so much guidance and support and confidence to be who I want to be, and knows that I'm the first of many, I'm sure. I don't want to be the last. I want to be I want to open the doors for many other girls like me. So I tell him all the time that he's literally like a godsend for me, because he did it so tastefully. You know, he had the idea for me and it was done, executed well. Because in someone else's hands, it might not have been done that way. You know, there could be the wrong camera angle or made me look at a certain way. So I'm really grateful for that. You know, to launch me as an artist, not just an Indian artist, but internationally, because what I do here is very much visible in the US because I have a big enough name there as well. So I'm really grateful for that.
Okay. Can you sing little one line for
I
us?
can't sing at all. I literally cannot sing. I always say like I'm a quadruple threat. I can dance, model, act.
Just tell me the lyrics at least.
Maa Bava Manobhavalu Dadpatinaye.
Wonderful.
That's all I
So
can-
cute.
With my mixed accent.
Okay. Once again, try a little bit like humming.
Maa Bava Manobhava Dadpatinaye.
How it's going to be in theater? Have you experienced any movie in Hyderabad, like full to mass kind
Never
of
here.
movie?
Never here. My first film in Chennai, it was like a teen, you know, it was a rated A, so it was that, you know, young audience. And they broke the fire door chasing after us. Like, I experienced it, but it was never a mass song like this.
Now
was
it's some Balakrishna gari films kada.
literally.
Yeah.
And so even with the release, I mean, the lyrical release they did that the other week, people were tagging me saying like, Chandrika, this is just the beginning. Like, this is going to be non-stop, especially when the full song comes out. This is just the lyrical. So I hope I get to experience it before I leave, at least once. I just want to be there. People don't understand being from a small town, you know, and I've dedicated my whole life to this art form of dancing and acting and modeling and everything. This is all I've ever done. That's like an appreciation that I was able to perform at such a level, and people appreciate it and accept it and love it and enjoy it.
So this is all about the movie, and you are going to experience in Hyderabad. It's all about the Balibabu fans,
Yes.
and you are not going to hear any sounds, and you are not
except Jai
going to see
Balia.
anything because all the papers are going to
Yes.
float. So I hope you will enjoy the show.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to watch the film and to see like my song on screen with Balia fans. It's going to be incredible.
ఎస్ చంద్రిక రవితో మనం ఒక ర్యాపిడ్ ఫైర్ స్టార్ట్ చేయబోతున్నాం. లెట్స్ సీ ఏమేమి ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ ఆన్సర్స్ వస్తాయో. వాట్స్ యువర్ ఫేవరెట్ డ్రింక్?
Lemonade.
When you are most productive, morning or night?
All day. I'm a night owl and a morning bird. I can survive on zero sleep.
Okay. Who is your inspiration and why?
My parents. They've sacrificed the world to give me the world, and I continue to move through life with that love.
Summer or winter?
Winter.
What's something new happening in your life right now?
This release. It's new. It's completely new to me.
Okay. What's your favorite number and why? Which, like
5.
any lucky
My
number?
birthday is on the 5th of April, and I think it's just a number that has brought me great luck.
We are April girls.
Oh, really? When's your
Yeah,
birthday?
April 1st. Nobody
Oh,
believes
wow.
it. In which subject were you worst at school and best?
Worst in math, best in acting and dancing. I won awards in schools for dancing and acting, but math was bad, so bad. Science also, chemistry, all the studies, I was not good.
Okay. What scares you?
Losing my family and living so far away from them.
Okay. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Oh. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would be it? Which place?
I think I would say India. I would love to have a place in India. I
Oh.
think because I've grown up in Australia, I live in LA and Hollywood, that's great, but I would love to live in India. I would love to have a place here.
Who is your present crush?
I'm going to give the same answer to everyone. I say the one person that's not married, Vijay Deverakonda.
Oh, have you watched his films?
Of course.
Okay. Have you ever been in love, in real love?
Yes, definitely.
You?
My first love was always, I always say my first love was my father. I still hold my father's hand when I walk around.
No, I don't want to hear this
But
answer.
I've had that love with someone, like after. I've definitely been in love.
Okay, super. Who do you love the most? Like not only the family, apart from family, like friends, like people from.
My guru, he's passed, but he named me. He's the reason I do this. And I have some incredible friends that are also like family that I love with my heart and soul and have been there from day one, supported me through every crazy idea and decision I've made.
Okay, one secret about you.
I'm actually very shy. People would never think it. I'm very, very shy, and especially in public settings, I tend to like suddenly go inwards, and people might think I'm being mean or like I'm being rude, but I'm very shy. Actually, I'm a big introvert.
Okay. What is your happiest moment till now?
I think any moment I've spent with my family because I've been away for like 12 years. So even if it's a phone call, like I just spoke to my mom on the phone while we were getting ready. Those are moments I cherish because that's the fuel that I need to keep going in life, you know, in everything I do.
Okay, describe one word, okay, about love.
Fulfilling,
Marriage,
lifelong,
success,
is individual.
money,
It makes the world go round, more than one word, but it does make the world go round.
modeling or movies.
Movies.
Oh, that's great. You have to tell this dialogue. Pushpa ante flower anukuntiva, fire taggedele. You are only saying no. Pushpa ante flower anukuntiva,
Pushpa ante
flower anukuntiva,
a flower anukunteva,
fire
fire
taggedele.
taggedele.
Superb. So thank you so much, Chandrika.
Thank
It was
you.
lovely talking to you,
Lovely
and
talking to you.
looking forward, you have to like do many more films in the
Thank you.
future.
Thank
and
you.
last and few words to your fans.
Thank you all for the love and support. It has literally changed my life. I hope I continue to give you guys entertainment for many, many years to come with your support and love. Make sure you watch the film and make sure you make the song a trending hit forever.
Thank you.
Thank
Good luck.
you.